Okay guys, welcome back to algebra class. Now this time we're going to learn more about, no not more about, we're going to learn about domain and range. So there are some cases that you have to understand. Case number 1, continuous. Case number 2, discrete. And we have more cases, oh actually not in here, but let's look at this one. First one, continuous. How do we know if the graph is discrete or continuous? This is continuous because what you see here is a line and it's not broken. Okay, so what is domain and range? To do this you need highlighter because you're gonna highlight x-axis like that. So again, domain is the x value, so what you're gonna do is you are gonna use numbers that you highlighted here. So let's do this. First, you're gonna draw domain is the left to the right also. So let's draw a line to this highlighted grid. So if you look at this graph, look at this endpoint. Do you see this closed circle? And you draw a line to this -2. So we start from -2. And this is closed circle, so you're gonna put less than or equal to and x, and it ends at 4, and it's open circle, so it's less than 4, and that's it. If you don't know what to use it here for the closed circle like this, you're gonna use less than or equal to or greater than or equal to. For the open circle like this, you're gonna use less than or greater than. All right, let's try this range. So use another color highlighter and let's highlight here. For the range, it's very simple again. It's bottom to top, lowest number to the highest number. So lowest number, this graph have 2 endpoints here and here. Where this one can get is -3, less than or equal to y. And the highest point this one can get is 3. Okay, and that's it. Alright, let's do this domain and range for this one. Do it by yourself. Try these 2 questions by yourself. By the way, domain is this one. Let me use this color. Domain. So here to here, let me use red actually. So we start from -3, it's open circle, x, open circle, and 4. Now remember, inequality symbol is going to be always this side, okay? And for the range, it's bottom to top. We're going to use this number and this number. So it's going to be -1 less than y less than 4. Alright? Same thing here. Domain is -2, x, 8, because it's closed circle. For the range is what? Here, -5, y, 6. I hope you guys got this question right. So let's get this one. What about the discrete? How do we know if it is a discrete or continuous? It's a discrete because it is a scatter point. And it's broken. So let's look at this. Domain. So domain is, it starts from the 1, but it cannot be, it cannot be 1.5 because it can be 1, 2, 3 like that until 9. So for the domain, first you have to put D because you have to indicate it's a domain. So you have to write 1, 2, 3 until 9. For the range, the lowest point this one can get is a 10, right? And then it's a little bit like, what's it called, below 15, so I'm gonna write 14. And I see even more space here below 20, so I'm gonna write 18 because it's increasing by 4, I believe, and last number is gonna be 42. So basically you only write like these numbers, okay? The reason that I put dot 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 is because I do not want to write every single number, but technically you have to write every single number. So try this question by yourself. That's the domain. Yeah, that's the range. So it's pretty easy, right? Very straightforward. It starts from here. Now, this one, I'm expecting some mistake from you, so it's okay. Just try that. So pause the video and try. All right, domain. We're gonna use these numbers. And the number, we don't start from here, we start from here, right? It's not 180. We're using numbers that we highlighted, so it's gonna be 0, 1, 2, 3, until 6. Okay. About the range, we're gonna use numbers that we highlighted with green. So what's the lowest point? It's not gonna be 6. It's not gonna be 6. This point is in fact 0 because 6 is not what we highlighted with green. Okay. And next number is between 40 and 20, so it's gonna be 30, 60, 90, and until 180. So what's the definition of domain in X range? So let's do this one. What about in this case? What's the domain? Again, domain is X values. We are going to use this number. It starts from 0 and it ends at 40. Okay. Range is the same thing here. Lowest point this one can get is, it's not 40, it's 0 here, like that. Y, range is the Y value. And highest point you can get is a 7. Alright, now try this one by yourself. It's both closed circle. That's what you do. Okay, check for understanding. Now find the domain and range. This one is gonna be a bit more complicated. So let's find domain. Now pay attention. Here we start from the 0, right? Because this one is a line, but this one is considered as a closed circle. Okay. So for the domain, we start from the 0, less than equal to x. And now, where does it end? Does it end here between 3 and 4? No, because do you see this arrow? That means it's keep going. It's going up, but at the same time it's going to the right. So we've put infinity. So that's the domain. The problem is we're gonna use this as our, what's it called? We mathematicians are lazy that we don't want to use infinity sign, so we're gonna use only first two numbers. And we want to write x first, like variable first. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna flip it with this one as well. So our final answer is gonna be x is greater than or equal to 0. This is the only time that you're gonna use greater than sign, like greater than or equal to sign, when you flip it. Why do you flip? Because we don't want to write infinity, so we're gonna use only this one. And you want to write x first. That's why we flip it. Same thing for the range. We're gonna highlight with a green. And the lowest point we can get is 70. Looks like it. Y. And then the highest point this one can get is infinity. And again, we don't want to write infinity, so we're going to use only this one. And also, looks like we have to flip it because y should come first. Like that. So that's it. I think this is the hardest part of this lesson, but I believe you can do it by yourself. Now, try this question by yourself. I'll write down the answer here. Like that. Okay. What's the domain in this case? And range is going to be 0, 30, 60 until 180. In fact, it was exactly the same question. And this one for domain was 4, 8, 12 until 20. And range is 1, 2, 3 until 5. I hope this video helped, and if you have any question, just let me know. See you guys.